I think men can be kind of manipulative. I think some men can be.
Do you think it's manipulative to have plastic surgery and misrepresent your appearance? One of the primary things that men are attracted to.
No, I mean, if I'm like,
But
hey, I have a boob job.
Let me ask you a question. Women
wear makeup. You cut your hair.
Let me go around the table on this.
What are you talking about?
Are you guys attracted to physically strong men?
Yes.
Sure.
Are you attracted to men who have a certain degree of muscular development? Maybe you guys might not like the super roided up steroid bodybuilder guys, but are you attracted to men who are physically, they got some muscle? I think most women are.
Yeah.
Now, let's say that a guy wore a muscle suit. You didn't know about it. You thought he was just kind of ripped, and then he's taking it off. Would that be a deception?
Sure, but I'm sure most guys would probably look at like some of our tits and be like, "Oh, they're probably fake." Like, I don't know, what's the big deal with that? I mean, we're all wearing makeup, we're all wearing eyelashes. Like, I mean, there's some sort of deception there.
Well,
like,
there's a difference.
You want to call it that?
You've got, when it comes to something that's this is like performative to some degree, in that you've been invited on a podcast. It's very common in film to wear some degree of makeup, but in your day-to-day, I assume you still wear makeup too. When it comes to the muscle suit thing, though, that would be a deception. The reality is kind of
weird.
What's that?
It would just be weird.
And okay,
it would just be kind of strange.
Let me use a more realistic.
Not like, oh my God, you lied to me. I'd just be like, why are you doing that?
Let me use a more realistic example. Do you guys like tall men?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So let's say you met a guy on a dating app. He said he was 6 feet. Turns out he's wearing 4 inch. Lifts in his shoes. Would you feel that was a lie? That was deceptive? Turns out you're the same height.
Plastic surgery and makeup is a lot more normalized than a man wearing 4 inch.
It is, but it doesn't.
Boots.
It is, but it's a normalized lie and deception.
And that's okay. And some men like it. And some men are okay with it.
I think most men,
and women are okay with it.
I would argue most men would actually prefer women with minimal.
I would argue
makeup,
the opposite.
No plastic
actually.
surgery.
I would argue the opposite.
Yeah.
You would argue.
I would highly argue the opposite. Yes.
Really?
I think it depends
if we were to poll men, do you think they would say I'd prefer a girl with a BBL versus a girl with just a natural butt?
I don't think men even know like what's real.
Oh, we know. We know.
I remember there was this like pretty popular. I think it was like Instagram or Twitter, and they're like, oh, like women who are wearing all this makeup, I like a natural beauty, and it was a picture of like Kim Kardashian, and it was like, they have a lot of plastic surgery. They look great. I mean, I'm not knocking plastic surgery or anything, but like she's wearing makeup, she does a lot of things to herself aesthetically. Like there's a lot of maintenance that comes with being beautiful, like, and that's what men like.
But okay, so when it comes
it's not deceptive. Like if all of us walked around with our hair not done and no extensions and like
if you take
our makeup off, like we'd be looking fucking crazy.
But it is literally a deception. Wearing makeup, plastic surgery, you are misrepresenting your actual appearance.
If we were all in our natural state, like, I mean, to an extent, everyone is misrepresenting their appearance.
A minimal amount.
Yeah. Everyone is misrepresenting. You shave your beard, you get a haircut, you wash your face.
Beard is something.
I'm sure you've taken like acne medication at one point.
Dang.
Like,
I never. No, actually, I never took.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm like as a kid, I've taken acne medication. Like I'm just saying, like everyone's done something at one point or another to like enhance their appearance or to feel better.
Men are
you brush your teeth.
You've
had braces.
Like we're comfortable being fat, stupid, and ugly. Number one, and then number two, men are expected to be real. That's the funny thing. Mm-hmm. Women can get off being phony and unreliable, but men are held to a higher standard and they're expected to be real.
I do agree. Like the whole toupee thing, like I know I've seen women like, oh, like that's fucking
another
fake.
Slick shot like, at the bald head lover.
No, I'm just like, I agree. I side with men. Like it's fucked up. We can wear wigs and we can wear makeup, but when a man does it,
it's disgusting when a man does it.
Oh, I don't think it's
disgusting.
Really, it is.
If
he feels more confident, like I'm all for a man.
But see, that's the problem.
Doing whatever makes him feel more confident. How
that's
do you know?
Not confidence. That's phony. Because if you were confident, you'd be pleased with who you are and you would rock with what you got. That's phony, and you should never go with a man who does that because you can't trust. I mean,
you brush your teeth, you trim your beard,
that's
grooming.
Hygiene. That's hygiene.
I mean, you're still messing with your appearance. You're not in your natural state.
No,
you're being phony. I feel like it's subjective.
I'll
to
give
like,
you an example.
Okay,
you mentioned toupees, right? You mentioned toupees, right? Okay. I could afford a hair transplant. They're like $4,000 in Turkey, right? I could afford one in America.
Yeah.
I can get multiple hair transplants. I still don't do it because it's not necessary. Because
you don't look bad bald.
I appreciate that. But here's the funny thing. Anytime someone wants to insult me, that's their go-to. That's like their go-to thing. It's like, you're bald. And it literally doesn't bother me at all. And that's the difference between a man and a woman. A real man, it literally bothers me 0%. But a woman, if you were like talking about her hair and you were saying real things, like when someone says you're bald, that's a real fact. And I'm like, that's true. But if I say something about a woman's hair that is factual and negative, it will hurt her feelings. And a real man should be fortified, because guess what? Life for a man is a lot harsher, and you have to deal with reality. People are not going to lie to you and coddle you. And if you're dealing with a man who's getting fake veneers, he's getting the fake hair, his jaw reconstructed and all this stuff, that's a flimsy man. And when he encounters challenge in life, he's going to crumble because he's not real.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's there.
And shout out to BBMLD.
That's why he's the GOAT.
I get what you're saying. I do agree. I do think men probably go through more hardships than women.
Probably? Wait, hold on. Did you say men probably go through more hardships?
Do you want me to take probably out of like my sentence?
Do you think that was correct?
I do think there are some women who go through, more hardships than men. Like, I don't know. But if we're talking about, hey, a man who's lived a normal life and a woman who's lived a normal life, yes, I would say a man goes through more hardships.
By far, every single time.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with, hey, if there's something you're kind of insecure about, you'd like to change, like, you can go ahead and change that. For a man and a woman, I don't think there's an issue.
As a woman, I don't think it's a good thing, but we accept it. But for a man, you're dealing with a man that is just as feminine as you. And that's what saddens me. It's like a woman dating another woman. You're not
a man getting veneers is a feminine thing, you think?
I don't want to.
What if you had fucked up teeth? Do you want to get veneers?
I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But if I had a daughter, I'd much rather her be with a real man than a fake man.
Here, I'll read this. It's me again. Imagine thinking the majority of men think Kim K attractive. Yuck. Look at Olivia. She's incredible. Versus your gremlin ass.
Whoa. That's mean, baby.
Wow. Who's Olivia?
Tell me something again. I like it.
Olivia.
I like that.
Okay. All right. Well, I have a follow-up for you. So you also said, maybe this is somewhat related to the makeup thing. I think on your Instagram, block me if you litter.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just not into littering. I mean, I think we should,
environmental perspective?
Yeah, I think we should just, do our part, try to save the planet.
Do you care a lot about the environment?
I wouldn't say I'm super involved in that, but hey, I try to do my part.
But you object to littering?
I object to littering,
to the point,
yes.
Because of the environmental impact.
And it just makes things ugly. Like, why don't we just take care of things?
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you. Can I make you a proposal, since we're both environmentalists?
Dime.
The cosmetic industry is a leading factor here.
Yeah.
On the impact on the environment, there's mica. They're mining it in child labor even.
I don't use anything with mica, but continue.
And it's stored in plastic containers. So, and what's funny is I hear these environmentalists, but they're often caked on makeup, right? Would you be willing, as an environmentalist, to discontinue your makeup use?
No, and I didn't call myself an environmentalist.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
It's going to get produced anyway. I think as a woman, it makes you feel better. Like, I'm going to wear it.
Because there's a lot of environmentally, maybe you even, I don't know. Maybe you're like, save the, look, the environment's great, save the environment. But when it comes to, and a lot of people will say, well, you need to take individual action. The reality is, when it comes to the environment, it's really corporations that are producing the vast amount of pollution and whatnot. So on an individual level, there's really not much you can do. It's these corporations, especially bunker fuel, like shipping shipping and stuff. That's a big issue. But a lot of these people think you need to. Oh, okay. All right. We got Grid One. All right.
Sports donated $200. As a man with a face for radio with a smoking hot wife, I reject the idea that Tupperware tits etc. is okay. Fake is fake, and no amount of plastic, fantastic, and copium will change it. Get some help.
I am getting help. Thank you so much.